Hey guys, and welcome back to another Factorio Mod Spotlight. I'm Xterminator, and thank you for joining me. Today we are going over the belt sorter mod, and this one is quite interesting. It adds 3 new items, or 3 tiers of the same item to the game that allow you to sort belts kind of as you see over here on the screen. So let's start out with the technology here. There are texts for this, if I can find them here. Here we go. So we have a basic belt sorter, which you can get with just red science. Do note that it does require 3 packs per cycle, though. And then after that, you can get an average belt sorter, which is going to be red and green, but 5 red and 3 green. And then the advanced belt sorter, which is red, green, and blue, and you can see the pack numbers here. So what is the difference? First of all, I would imagine they correspond to the belts that, they color with. So, yellow will do yellow belt's worth maybe, and red will do red, and then blue will do blue, depending how you do it, because since you can send them multiple directions, obviously if you take one belt in and send it 3 different directions, you're not going to get a fully compressed belt out each direction. But the main thing that they do, the different levels, is we actually haven't fully unlocked them yet because I reset stuff, but we can read here. So this guy can sort items from an incoming belt, and I'll show you that in a second. This one can do the same thing, but you can define which side of the belt you want the items to go on. And then this one does the same thing as both the others, except you can also configure priorities for what way you want it to go. So let's start with this. I have some inserters here, and I did have more items, but they were actually filling the belt, so not everything was getting done. But they're fairly mixed. I mean, it's the same pattern, but they're still kind of mixed. So we have copper ore, iron ore, sulfur, and uranium ore, right? All coming on this belt. So, and you can see here that the iron and copper, all the iron and copper is going to the left, all the uranium is going up, and all the sulfur is going right. So if we click on this guy, a little GUI pops up, and this is your basic sorter. And it's very straightforward. So I want uranium to go up, boom. I want copper and iron to go left, and then I want everything else. And this is a special symbol. If you click here, you can set the filters. If you go over here, there's a special filter, which is everything else. So this filter will sort out every item that is not filtered anywhere else for this belt sorter. So that's why sulfur, or if I had even more items, that's why I tried to have more, would go this way. I could do a red belt maybe and show you more, but you get the idea that everything else will go this way. Of course, I could tell a specific material to go that way, but I just want to show this signal. And then down, I'm not doing because obviously stuff is coming from down. But you can copy this and then paste it on the others. I imagine you may be able to even just use the copy paste tool. Just the shift right click to copy and shift left click to paste, and you can do that there. Okay, so that's how that works. Really straightforward, really easy, and obviously each of these corresponds to a side of the belt. It's not specific sides because that's what the red one's for, but that's why you have 2 slots per direction because there's 2 sides of a belt, right? So if you want to send 2 materials, that's how you can do it. Now this guy, the red one, same thing, up, left, right, and down. However, you can now also specify which side. And actually, it looks like the number of items is just based on the level of the thing. So this one can do 2 each direction. You'll notice this one can actually do 3 each direction. So I can specify, if I want it to go up, I can send, let's just say 2 materials. Let's just say like iron and copper again. I'm not going to actually do it, but I can be like, all right, I want iron to be on the left side and I want copper to be on the right side. And then it'll always be that way. And then the blue guy can do 4 different items each direction. Also, which side of the belt you want. But then on top of that, you can do a priority. So what direction you want to give priority to. So essentially, it's a little bit complicated, but so you can select which belt should be used first for the input and output, right? So I want up to be used first in this case because it's number 1. I could switch it and be like, all right, I want you number 2 and you number 1. So I want, left to take priority first, and then this one second, and then this one third, and that one fourth. And you just click the little numbers to, change what way you want, essentially, and so on and so forth. And then on top of that, these can be connected to the circuit network here. You see that, you can just set up a wire and combinators and all that good stuff and just set it up and use conditions as well on top of that. So really, really neat mod. Definitely can be used in many cases, I'd imagine. It may be a little cheaty and kind of take some of the logistical challenge out of stuff. If you feel that way, but if you don't really care about that, then I would definitely recommend this because it can be really, really helpful. So anyway, link in the description to check it out. If you're interested, any questions, comments, or anything else, if I forgot something, hopefully not, leave it down below. And until next time, I'll